Today we're going to be talking about the importance of diversity, especially in a transracial adoptive home like mine. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to today's video. Let's have a conversation. Let's chat. It's going to be a little bit of a story time. If you guys are not familiar with me, hey, what's up? Nice to meet you. I'm Christy. I'm an adoptive mother of 5, and I'm really trying to just share the love and teach other adoptive families about the importance of culture and diversity and helping their child to grow to be confident, just, you know, with their appearance, the color of their skin, so they feel like they identify with their racial group and who they are as a person. And we're not trying to change people, you know, we're just trying to keep them who they are. Right, ladies? Right, ladies? If you guys are new, my husband and I built our family through foster care adoption. We have 5 children. 2 of them are Caucasian and Asian, and 3 of them are Black. And it's really important to me and for me to share with other foster parents and adoptive parents, you know, particularly to transracial families, that it's really important for a child growing up to feel confident in their identity and who they are and not be confused. So I'm hoping that by me sharing this story, it can kind of help you guys on your journey to be better parents to our children. Now, I really wanted to share this story, although it is a little bit personal, because I really feel like it can help other families out there. And yeah, it's a little emotional, so I hope I can keep it together. I am still learning. I'm learning and educating myself, evolving and applying the things that I have learned every single day. And I really want to say thank you to the Black community, because you guys have helped me become a better parent by me doing my hair videos on my girls, and then you guys giving me constructive criticism and things like that. That makes me a better parent. Therefore, I'm bringing it back to other adoptive parents and hope that you guys can learn as well. Before I can get into the current story that I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going to take you back a little bit. If you're new here, about 7 or 8 months ago, my husband and I relocated our family to Las Vegas from the San Francisco Bay Area. There was many reasons why we did that, including more affordable housing, my husband's job, better quality of life for our family, adventures, and with my husband's job and the community that we live in, diversity was a huge part of it. We came from an amazing community, but there was like maybe 1 or 2 Black children in each classroom of 25 to 28 kids. And I remember when my kids started school in kindergarten and we first started going to public schools, I remember just automatically walking into a room and like looking for Black children and looking for Black families at back to school night. And they were very spare. There was not many of them, and that was just kind of like my first realization, like, I need to do better. I need to do better. We need to do better as adoptive parents to expose our children to children and families that look like them. So it was always in the back of my head and my husband's head. This was a constant conversation that we would leave this community eventually when we were ready and move into a more diverse community. And not gonna cry. We have done that, and here we go. We now live in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I love Vegas. Not because, you know, the quality of date nights for my husband and I are going to be amazing. But yes, the Bay Area is super diverse, and we could have moved into more diverse areas within the Bay Area, but we all needed a change. We needed a change every time we move. You know, there's growth, and for us, Las Vegas seemed super exciting, and we needed adventure in life. We love it here, and my husband's work is here, so he is able to be home every night, which is amazing. But at the same time, you know, our neighbors next door are Black, our neighbors across the street are Black, and not only are we in an amazing, beautiful new community that is more affordable and there's good schools, but, you know, we have Black neighbors, and our children are not the only Black child in the class or the dance class or on the football team. Why is my son always the only Black kid on the football team? So yeah, I told you this is kind of a personal video. But anyways, moving forward, we've been in distant learning for quite some time now, and 2 weeks ago our children went back onto a hybrid option where they're going to school 2 days a week. So I literally stepped foot on our public schools grounds for the first time with my children in hand to send them off to school. And I get out of the car and just like, I'm nervous for my kids to go back, and I'm just really excited. And the first 5 families that I lay my eyes on are Black families. And I'm like, oh, I'm already an emotional girl because my kids are going back to school for so long, and I'm just so excited for them to be social again, and I'm excited to have a quiet house that I can get my work done in. And there's all the feels are coming in. And then I step foot in my car, and the first 5, 6 families I see are Black families. And I'm like, girl, don't cry, don't cry. And it just made me so happy. And not only for my kids to go to school with, and it's not 50-50 where the Black children are about 50% of the population of the school, but to have it be like a solid 25% is just like progress. You know, that is progress for our family and our lifestyle and the community that we want to live in. Yes. I feel good. I think that having my children be around more Black families and mixed type of families is so enriching for their lives and for their self-worth and their being, and just, you know, it's amazing. I really, truly believe that if you adopt Black children and you are not Black, you need to expose your children to not only like the random Black friend that you have, but, you know, like, eat dinner with them, go to lunch with them, request a Black coach, put your children in schools where there are other Black children. They should never be the only one. If your child is the only Black child in that class, you need to do something about that, and you need to consider moving, you know? So anyways, back to my personal experience. I felt like a mom win, and I felt so blessed and emotional for my children that we are a part of this new community. I am smiling at these Black parents because I'm like, I appreciate you. Okay, anyways, it's time for a snack because I have another story for you all. My son started football again, and then here we go. I'm instantly scanning the room. Before we go into that story, it is 11:15. I keep getting notifications. At 11:15, I have a snack because it's the only time I can have a snack before my kids go into their math distant learning class, and you know, we got to get moving on that. So mama's got to stay on schedule. I'm having a Built bar, you guys. Have you guys tried these? They're amazing. I know, off topic, but this is the mint brownie one. It's probably my second favorite. First one is the caramel chocolate. It tastes like a candy bar, but it's a protein bar. It has 130 calories, in case you're wondering, in case you need a new healthy snack, and it has 17 grams of protein. So yeah, here's my snack. If you guys need a new snack, Built bars, tastes like a candy bar, constantly good, consistently amazing, the taste, the size, love it. I'll put the link down below if you guys want to check it out. It's really good. Snack break accomplished. So the whole reason what inspired me to actually make this video in the first place is because we met this family that like really changed my thinking, different ways that I can expose my kids to diversity. This woman taught me something that it didn't dawn on me, or I skimmed over, and I didn't really like dig deeper into it or think too much about it. So we go to Ace's first football practice, and we're meeting the kids for the first time, and there's about 10 kids, and there's Ace and one other Black boy on the team. And when I saw him, he was adorable. He had the cutest hair. I'm like, yes, okay, good. We got one other Black kid on the team. And then, and I was looking around and I didn't see his parents. And, you know, I didn't think too much of it. My friend was there. We were chatty, and I just didn't think too much of it. I'm like, maybe they're not here. And then I saw this beautiful white woman with a little white daughter on her hip, super cute, playing with my daughter Natalia. And she's like chanting her son's name. And she's like, you got it, buddy, you got this. And she's chanting his name. And then he's looking over and smiling at her. In my heart, I'm just like, oh, he's adopted. Like, that made me so emotional in that moment. I was like, yes, I need to meet her. I want to be her friend. And I was like, just like, how cool is that? But I didn't really dig deeper. And then I introduced myself to her and I smiled, but I didn't say anything, you know. And then the next practice, the next week, we were talking about hair, and you know, she was like talking about how, you know, she struggles with his hair a little bit. You know, if you need some help, I can help you. You know, I said, what's your routine? And we started talking about it a little bit. She was super nice, and she was, you know, there was silence and we were watching the boys, and then she turned over and she was like, you know, I wanted to say something. And I'm like, okay. And she's like, obviously we're an adoptive family. And I'm like, okay, we are too. And she says, I just wanted to let you know that my son, last night, he said, did you see, you know, the other black boy on the football team? And she's like, yeah. And she said, did you see that he has a white mom? And I could tell she was getting a little teary-eyed, and she's like, I just want to say that I appreciate you being on this team, because in that moment when my son said that, you know, it just made me feel emotional because he recognized that. And he said, you know, how cool is that? He has a white mom too. And I just never really thought about that. I really never thought that, I don't know. I feel silly because it didn't dawn on me how important and special that is for another black adopted child to recognize that another black child has a white mom just like him, you know. And I think we're so wrapped up of just exposing our children to other black children and families and having them that be a part of their community just so they can feel like they're not alone in that community. But I never really thought about how important it would be to expose my black children to other black adoptive children that have white parents or Filipino parents in our scenario. And that just made me like, wow, I helped that child like see another family that looks like him, and now I'm exposing my children to another family that is like them. And how freaking cool is that? So diversity is so important, but it is also important to expose our children to other families similar to them, to their families. And like, I just thought that was so cool that my family could help that child and their family is going to help my children. So when we got home that night, I was like, hey guys, did you see the little boy on his team? He has a white mom like you guys. How cool is that? And they're like, yeah, we saw. That's cool. And I'm like, that is cool. Yeah, so food for thought. I'm glad you guys came here and hope that it kind of like sparked you to I don't know, I just wanted to share that story with you guys and share this conversation and this, you know, with you guys. And I thought it was cool. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below, and if you have any stories or any experiences that, you know, kind of like touched you and you feel like you were so blessed to run across that certain situation, and let me know in the comments. I would love to hear your stories. It is so super important for us to expose ourselves to different kinds of families, even if you're not an adoptive family, and if you're just a white family or just a black family or just an Asian or Indian family or Latino family. It's so important for you guys to expose your children to different kinds of families, regardless of the color of your skin. So yes. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Please subscribe. I would love to have you join our diverse community, and I'll see you guys in the next one.